Friends of the stream, welcome back to Space Engineers with Mecha Watt. Good to have everybody today. We are back on board the Horsefly down in the crew quarters. And for all of our friends that ultimately are going to watch this on YouTube when it gets uploaded on YouTube, welcome aboard everybody. Glad to have you. Alright, well let me get on back up here. And let's turn all of our systems on in the ship. Alright, now I took the liberty today. I signed on at lunch this afternoon and I went ahead and I spared everybody the privilege of watching me rebuild. Let me go back here. The privilege of watching me rebuild the roustabout for the 4th time. Oh my goodness. So I went ahead and did that off screen so you guys didn't have to watch me do this again. So we do have the roustabout back, which is what we needed when we're going to go to the planet. So let me make sure she is connected. She is connected, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's connected. Okay. I don't want to take off and leave and have her bang around the hangar like I did before. I want to make sure she's connected before I move. Let me go ahead and close the hangar door here. But we have her aboard. I'm going to do a little greebling on her maybe, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Now, Pop-Up and Thomas, Jonathan, I believe they're still in their cryopods, so I know they were keen on going to Triton. But I've been over here drilling for ice, so we've got Pop-Up's ship. He's docked to the top of the Horsefly. We've got my ship, the roustabout, down in the hangar. I think I'm going to run over here and pick up a little more ice. Let me check my inventory here. I want to just make sure that I fill up on everything that we need here. Yeah, it looks like the O2H2 generators have been sucking up that ice and working on it. Did I have them on? Let me see. Oh, I had them off. Okay, let me turn the gyroscopes on. Turn the generators on. We've got plenty of power. Well, I just closed that hangar door, but I'm fixing to reopen it because I want to make another run with it to go get some more ice down there. While we're here, let's go ahead and take advantage and get as much ice as we can. And while the other guys haven't logged on, I'm going to go ahead and try to get a little work done. Because when they all log on, they're probably going to want to head out to Triton. So I want to get as much work done as I can before we head out to Triton. Okay, let's take our battery off recharge, turn our thrusters on, undock. Out real carefully. Come on out of there, girl. All right. Glad to have my miner back. Now this miner here can go down into gravity wells. She can fly on planets and in outer space. So it's exactly what I wanted. And she's got the large grid ore detector on her. So we're looking good. We're looking very good. Now there is a large patch of ice over here somewhere. Where was it at? It was a really big patch. Oh, it's down there. I see it. There's a really tiny patch up inside the asteroid, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for this over here. And there's also some buried inside the big asteroid there. But I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to get this right here. Yeah, guys, I'm pretty comfortable right now. I just grilled up some pork chops for me and my little boy and made some pasta and some corn on the cob, and we just feasted a little bit. He's in there eating right now. We have been feasting. I just poured me a glass of Jim Beam Kentucky Fire, so I'm sipping on that right now. So I'm sitting pretty comfortable, guys. Sitting pretty comfortable. Ready for a good night, chilling out, playing some Space Engineers. What do you say? So if you haven't got you a snack or something to drink, slip on into the kitchen and get you a nip or something and just hang out with me for a little while. We're going to do some cruising and scouting in the Horsefly tonight. Yeah, let's have us a chill night tonight. Did anybody watch the UFC fight this last weekend with Stipe and Francis Ngannou? That was a pretty good fight. I was really hoping to see Stipe stay in there just a little bit longer, you know. But I guess it was inevitable what was going to happen. Francis Ngannou has just got too much power, man. He's just too big and strong. He had a 30-pound weight advantage. My goodness. It was good to see Sean O'Malley, the Sugar Show, fight again. He always puts on a good show when he fights. Let me check my inventory. I should be full. Yeah, I'm full. Let me get this on back. Yeah, Sugar Show put on a real good fight. I enjoyed that. Alright, let's get this ice back. I'm real leery about lifting in space very fast. There we are over there. And there's another ice field right there on that asteroid. Yeah, it's good to be back out and about again in the Horsefly. She was down for about a week there, but we got her rolling again. Let's get this ice unloaded. I need to get my docking camera set back up again. Whoop, too low, too low. Alright, let's get this ice unloaded. Yeah, Pop's miner is picking some up for his ship. That's good. I'm going to make a couple of more runs while nothing else is going on and nobody else is on the server. I'm going to go ahead and get as much as I can. Come on back out here. Okay, where do I want to go? I want to go right over there. There's some cobalt right there. Yeah, this is plenty of ice right here. Plenty of ice. We need it. Yeah. This little asteroid right there is messing up my field of vision. That's alright. I just don't want to back into it. It's awful close to me. Take my time here. Not in any hurry. It's not in any hurry. We just chilling out in Space Engineers, that's all. Man, my little boy was telling me today about this guy on YouTube that's got over 100 million subscribers. 100 million, guys. How is that even possible? I mean, that's more than the population of Germany, for God's sakes. How does a YouTuber have more subscribers than the population of Germany? That is amazing to me. I just can't even imagine. I got a lot to learn, don't I? Full. Okay, these are all full. I wonder if there's 100 million people out there that like to watch Space Engineers. What do y'all think? I don't know, guys. I got a feeling we may come up a little short on that. I don't know. That's a lot of subscribers. Okay, let's get this load. Slow down, baby, slow down. I forget how hard it is to slow down sometimes when you're full, when you got that cargo full. Yeah, I need my docking camera so I can see a little better when I come in this hangar. Good. Okay. Let's just unload all of it. Going to go ahead and do another load. And I may start heading toward Triton. I'm not going to jump until the guys log in and join me. I'll do a jump then, because I'm sure they want to be involved in all that. Until they log in, I'll just scout around some more of these asteroids, maybe run by and get some silver and some platinum, because there's some of that nearby. Go ahead and take care of a few odds and ends before the guys end up logging in, and try to get some stuff done while I'm working on my own here. Try to get as much done as I can. Get some productive stuff done here. I could probably get this with my ship drill system, but there's a lot of little small stray asteroids floating around, and I don't want to take the chance of running into them with the horsefly. Don't want to take that chance. I'll just use the small miner to get them. That'll be fine. Let me take care of something real quick here. Okay. Yeah, this is a good little ice field right here. Also, I've got Pop's ship docked to the top, and I don't want to end up rubbing him off on an asteroid either, so I'm going to try to be as careful as I can here. Okay, everything's full right now. Let's head on back with this load and get it unloaded. Woo! See, that's why rising is so dangerous, because that field of view is so you have no depth of view when you're rising with your ship. Your depth of view is forward. So and when you're rising like this right here, you never know what's going to come out. See, there's an asteroid above me right there that I couldn't even see. That's how we ended up blowing up the horsefly in our very first episode. Let me reply to this guy. I just told that guy he could put a beacon at the North Pole for all of us. That's what I'm going to end up trying to do in my little playthrough here. That's kind of going to be my narrative, is to make a tour of all the planets, and I want to put some beacons at the poles, because this server, of course, doesn't have mods on it, so you have no way of using the the compass mod or any of those mods that let you know what direction you're going, any of that sort of stuff. So I figure maybe having a beacon at the North Pole will at least let you know which direction is north. That's got to help, right? Okay, let's unload this ice here. I'll put it into the large cargo container. Yeah. That's a decent little amount of ice. That'll be enough for me to start scouting around a little bit till I find a pretty good load of it. Let's make sure we're locked down here. Yeah, we're locked. Let's close the hangar door. Got to make sure and always make that part of my routine. These guys should still be in their cryo pods. They may or may not get on. I haven't seen any sign of them in Discord yet, so let me check Discord one more time and see if they've said anything to me. Nope. Okay. All right, let's turn on our engines. Let's make sure we have everything on here. Yeah, our hydrogen is sitting at 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my H2O2 generators for a little while. Let's turn on the engines. Let's undock. Pop is connected. Okay, now where's the platinum at? Where's the platinum? Okay, platinum is at my 5 o'clock. Okay, we're going to start heading to the platinum and get some of that. And I will scout some asteroids along the way. Yeah, we'll do a drive by past the station here. I wonder if we need iron. Iron is right there by the platinum, so I will split the distance between them while I check my inventory here real quick. Let's see how much iron we have. I think Pop said he went and got a lot of iron, so we... Oh, good Lord. We've got 533K of iron. We don't need iron. Ooh, it's laggy. Choppy. There goes the... Hello. Are we fixing to crash? Is the game crash? Okay. There goes the space station. There goes the base. There's Triton right down there. That's where we're ultimately wanting to go explore. Okay, let me just start heading toward the platinum here. Are the game sounds too loud? Do I need to turn game sounds down? What you noping about there, Nyota? Man, this game's getting choppy here. All good. All right, man. That's what I like to hear. All good. Yeah, I guess we could use a little more platinum. We're looking fine on iron, and I'm going to start just kind of meandering my way toward Triton down there. And if the guys get on, I may go ahead and just jump to it. But I'm not in a hurry to get there. I'm not in any kind of hurry. I know they're going to want to be involved in the jump and everything, so I'm just going to wait for them. In the meantime, I'm going to do some scouting and maybe find an asteroid is what I really want to find. 1 million, 100 million Space Engineers viewers. Man, if I could get 100 million Space Engineers viewers, oh, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, man. I would not know what to do with myself. I wonder what, how many subscribers Wasted and Captain Shack and Splitsy and some of them guys have. I think Splitsy has maybe 40-something thousand, I'm thinking. 40, I may be wrong there. I don't even know if there's 100 million people that even know if Space Engineers even exists. That's a lot of subscribers, man. I can't even imagine. That's a lot of influence right there. That's a lot of power. Can you imagine having 100 million people listening to what you say and who care about what you think? That's just amazing. It's amazing to me. Yeah, we're closing in on this platinum here. I'm tempted to give Pop's miner a little spin. Might take it out and give it a little spin. He's got a large grid cargo container which can hold, God, a hell of a lot more than my little ship can hold. Take me another little sip of Kentucky Fire here. Yeah, I just grilled up some pork chops and some corn on the cob for me and my little boy, and we just had us a little feast, and now it's time to chill out. Do some chilling. We done the grilling, now it's time to do the chilling. All these little asteroids around here I've already explored. I explored them ad nauseum. I first got to the base. Alright, let's start slowing down. Asteroids getting bigger and bigger. Slow down just a little bit more. Look at that little rock right there. See, that could have messed me up right there. That little piece of asteroid that was coming right toward my bridge. Look at that thing. Look at that. I bet I can see it right outside my window here. Where is it? Yeah, I can see it right down there. I can see it right down there. Alright, where's that platinum at? Is the ship moving at all? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move away from the asteroid a little bit more in case she starts clanging on me and spinning or anything like that. I don't want her inadvertently running into anything. Sometimes when you have other ships connected, it can cause problems. Anyone got a jump drive? Yeah, we got some jump drives, man. I want to get this platinum because I want to start working on these ion thrusters that I've got around here that need to start getting put together. Yeah, let's take Pop's miner out for a spin. Okay, make sure his gyros are on. Make sure the drills are working, yes. And we will disconnect. Looking good, looking good. Ooh, he's got, I might have to dial his gyroscope down a little bit. Let me go ahead and do that right now. It's way too powerful. Let's take it down to about 70%. See how well we handle there. He's still pretty jerky. I'm going to take it down a little bit further. Let's take it down to about 50% power. Yeah, that's better. It's not quite so janky. I think we might want to add some more drills to his miner here. I don't know if it covers enough distance to drill a hole for itself with the way these are spaced here. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I may have to waller around a little bit to make a hole big enough. Turn his lights on. Try to make this hole a little bit bigger. still got a good ways to go down in here. Yeah, it's not. We need more. We need more drills on his miner. That's fine. I'm just going to waller it out a little bit. Make it bigger. Ain't got to be in a hurry. Okay, there's the platinum right there. Alright, I think this is going to be enough platinum to hold us over for a while. I should be able to get enough right here to build all the ion thrusters I want to build, I ever wanted to build. What am I hitting? That's what it is right there. I'm hitting that. That's the thing about these large grid connectors, man. They have a long snout on them. I think I just about got all that platinum. That ain't nothing but stone left, baby. That ain't nothing but stone. God, we got a lot of stone out of that too. I'm gonna have to turn my ejector. Oh, he finally found some. Goldenberg finally found some platinum. I just got done. I just got done mining some platinum. Change your handle to Platinumberg. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay, let's... Okay, I need to turn on my ejector system and eject all this stone. I don't need it. The other day when we were low on... There's platinum right there too. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's where I was. Thought there was another vein there. Woo! Rise up a little bit now. I don't like these large snout connectors. not wanting to connect. Come on now, connect. There we go. Finally. Okay, I believe that's 7 on him. Gonna turn his batteries, turn his thrusters off and put his batteries on recharge. And let me go in here and let's find my ejector system. Let's turn on the sorter and let's turn on the connector, which should start throwing stuff out. Throw out his own, collect all his own, and we have here stone and gravel. Good. Let's see. Horsefly cargo. Let's go ahead and get the platinum out of here. Let's get this platinum out. What else does he have on here? That's it. Okay, let's check the refinery now. It should be cooking away on that. Yeah, it's working away on the platinum. Okay then. Let me turn his lights off real quick. Yeah, you're right. I do need to update my blueprint. My blueprint is a little out of date since I redid my little medical station down there. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's do that right now. Gonna name this the horsefly with let's see, horsefly with the ions. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, thanks for that heads up, Neota. Because I would have sure forgotten. Okay. I'm gonna landing gear down on this asteroid, and I'm gonna work on a couple of those ion thrusters while I've got some platinum cooking here. Let me get over on the sunny side, and I'm gonna, while I'm waiting for these guys to log on, if they even do log on, I'm going to watch out for these little small asteroids, and I'm going to landing gear down and weld up a couple of ion thrusters. Then I'm going to take another blueprint. What's that right there? More platinum. Let's get this thing sunny side up. Okay, we'll get a little sun on the solar panels there while we're sitting here. Look at that beautiful view. Oh my goodness. You imagine having a house on this asteroid with a view like that? That's nice right there. Very nice. Okay, let me do a little grinding here. Get back on my. Let me grind out a little work here. What have I got in my inventory right now? Probably don't need the. Probably don't need them. What I do need is some steel plates. Probably want to go ahead and get some thruster components cooking, because I'm gonna need them. Okay, I'm gonna start on my forwards first, get them done, mainly because these things are the back wall of my infirmary, and I don't like this hole being in the wall of my infirmary. So we're gonna do it first. Try to grind a couple few of these out. At least get the four forward thrusts finished. Construction components. Really? Do I not have any construction components? I don't. Well, fine then. Man, I got to queue up a lot more thruster components. Need a bunch of them. Yeah, this here is just grind work right here. I usually try to do stuff like this off stream, but you know, what else am I gonna do? It's part of it, right? You know, you got to do this same kind of stuff in Minecraft. You got to do it in just about every game. Every game has a grind. Especially when you're on a server that doesn't have any mods and it's all just vanilla. Well, Niode, I saw you get on a little earlier. I didn't know you were playing on this server too. How long you been on the server? Almost there for this one. Just 5 more. There we go. 3 days? Oh man. How far you gotten along so far, man? I started this this server. I started on the alien planet is where I started at, and I didn't join a faction. I've only been in this faction for about a week and a half now. So I started on the alien planet. I did not join as on a faction, so I was playing kind of as a lone wolf type character. So I just tried to hide out from all the factions and not be found, you know, and try to stay out of trouble, keep my head low and hide and not be found. And you know, it's tricky because there's definitely some players on the server that will grief your stuff if they find you. Are you in a faction, or are you playing lone wolf, or what you doing? Okay. Oh wow, man, that's awesome. Still looking for resources, huh? I'm glad you joined up. Yeah, if you want to join our faction, or if you want to play on your own for a little while, just let me know. We can be more than happy to let you join the crew if you want to, but you may be having fun just playing survival right now. I know I did. Like I said, I started out on Alien, and the first thing I did was build me a... Well, it took me a little while, but I built me a pretty good sized land crawler, like a big Land Rover land crawler that I went around on the planet with, and I had it camouflaged with the green, yellow, and red colors of the surface of the alien planet. So it was real hard to see. I mean, I would park it out on one of those plains among the trees, you know, and you could have flown directly over the top of it. And if you didn't know what to look for, you would not have seen it. You'd have never known it was down there. So that's how I kept it hidden from the factions and stuff like that. And so I went around on that thing for a good little while, collecting a lot of resources. And I parked that thing on a plane, and that's whenever I built my first version of the horsefly here. I built it on the surface of the alien planet, and she was camouflaged with all splashes of yellow and red and green and all that, and you could not see her. I mean, she just blended right on in with the surface of the planet. It was cool, man. Till I was finally ready to take off. It took me about a couple of weeks to build her. Now, she didn't have this big hangar at the time. This hangar I had, once I got into space, I added the hangar. And once I got into space, I added the 2 wings. Originally, she was the front section here, back to the hydrogen tanks, and I had some thrust right nestled up against the side over. That's how she started off. And then once I got into space, I expanded with the wings, and I expanded with the hangar out the back. But yeah, and then I just cruised around in her for the longest time, all around the solar system. I started doing economy missions. Just a lot of fun, man. Had a lot of good times. And it was about that time I decided I might want to go ahead and see what it was like being in a faction, you know. Yep, yeah, you got to watch out for that voxel deformation, man. That's one reason why I did not dig in with a base. I just kept a mobile base on that land crawler. So once I did some mining with the land crawler, I would just move on. I'd move on a couple of kilometers. And so I wouldn't be anywhere near around any place where the voxels were deformed. And, you know, I didn't worry about digging into mountains or trying to do an underground base or anything. I just kept everything with me with that mobile base. Yeah, doing your own faction's fun, man. That's exactly what I did. It's a lot of fun. It's real challenging. You got to be careful. You got to make sure you hide your stuff and where nobody can find it, and it's challenging. It's a lot of fun, though. Now, the first time I ever played on a public server, I guess a year or so ago, I started on Europa. And I kind of did the same thing. I built a land crawler, and I ultimately made it into space. I just put kind of turned the land crawler into like a helicarrier where it could go into space. And I had hit it on an asteroid, and I got in my cryopod and logged off. And a couple of days later, when I logged back in, I had been raided. Somebody had found me, and they had raided all my cargo. They stole all my cargo out of my cargo containers. So, you know, somebody found me. And they got all my stuff, man. They took all my ore. They took all of my ingots, everything I had. All they did was just left me they just left my vehicle. They didn't destroy anything. So I got lucky there. You know, they could have blown everything up, but they just stole my cargo out of my cargo container. So I guess I got lucky there. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, man, you will definitely get raided, though. Okay, so now I finally have my back wall for my infirmary done. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Let me see if I can get these other 2 done now. Whew. But yeah, you'll enjoy playing Lone Wolf. That's a lot of fun on a public server like this. Yeah, better lose the stuff than the hardware. That's right. And I guess they had mercy on me. They could have stole my, they could have blown up my cryopod and stole my big land crawler, cause it was a pretty cool land crawler. It had a mining rig on it. Had a big mining rig. It could do some serious mining, and it was also space worthy, and it could rove around on the planet. So it was a cool land crawler. It was like something Splitsy, would have built. And so I guess they had mercy on me to a certain extent. Could have been a lot worse. But I've done a much better job of hiding the horsefly. What? Well, you might not want to tell me. I was going to ask you what planet you started on, but I got to make some more thruster components. Let me check my production here. We're still rolling on those. I got skills, man. I got skills. Yeah. Oh, I need to make some construction components. Let's go ahead and queue some of them up real quick. Okay. Oh, you started in space. Wow. I've heard that can be difficult and it can also be easy, I guess, if you really know what you're doing. I'd be scared to start in space. Knowing my luck, I'd start with some asteroids that just don't have anything on them. I need to check on my thruster components here. Yeah, let's get you guys back rolling. Go ahead and queue up some more.
Energy low.
Yeah, I've never started in space before. I guess the hardest start I did was on Europa. Because there's no stone there. So the first thing you realize is after you've drilled around for the longest time looking for stone is, damn, there is no stone. But you got to have stone for your survival kit. So I ended up having to jetpack up into space to the closest asteroid just to get stone, just so I could, build a basic refinery and a basic assembler. So I wasn't expecting that. Now I see why it was so hard, why it was considered a hard start on Europa. But, once you get going, though, it's easy because it's got so much ice there. So. How long you been playing Space Engineers, Naoda? You a veteran of the game? Old school player? Like to teach me a thing or two. Like how to merge block my ship to a station without blowing up all my subgrids, which is what I did yesterday. Did you see that? I blew up all my subgrids. Well, can you tell me why that happened? Why my subgrids all blew up whenever I merge blocked? Because for the life of me, I did not know that would happen. I had no idea. I would never have done that. Did I need to turn power off on his ship or somewhere before I did that? I just don't know what I did wrong there. Yeah, it blew out the whole bottom of this wing over here. It totally obliterated my drilling system, my ship drilling system. It was bad. It could have destroyed the whole ship. I got lucky. I got real lucky it didn't destroy the ship. If it had blown up this jump drive right here, and I can't believe it didn't, because my subgrid were these pistons coming up this shaft right here. It's right next to this jump drive. How the jump drive did not explode, I don't know. I just can't even imagine. But I'm so glad it didn't. Because that would have been, I don't know, that might have been a rage quit right there. I very well may have rage quitted if it had blown my ship up. Oh my goodness, what all am I carrying here that's taking up? It's just a lot of thruster components. Yeah, if I had lost my ship again, I think I would have rage quit. Man, I can tell you about hitting them asteroids now. I can tell you all about it. I don't think it's the space in my inventory that's holding me up. I think it's just the construction speed of these. Yeah. I'm just pulling them out as quick as it can build them. I done caught up with the assembler. I may find, after I finish welding this one, I may go find something else to do while it makes some of these thruster components. So I'm going to be doing this all day while I'm waiting for the assembly. I don't think anybody wants to watch me just going back and forth welding up this big iron thruster. Almost finished, folks. Almost finished with this one, and I'll move on to something else after this. Just a few more trips back and forth here. like I'm only getting about 10 at a time. Come on now. Almost there. Oh, I just thought of something that might make it a little faster, but it's not really going to make it faster because... No, I guess just as easy to go here. Almost, folks, almost. Just got 20 more to go. Okay, this is it. Alright, I'll call it quits on welding up ion thrusters for now. I don't really need them. They're just supplemental anyway, so, you know, I'll just weld them guys up whenever I don't really have anything else to do, and I'll just do a couple of them at a time at any given time, because that's going to take a while and it's going to just be a grind doing it. So I'm going to check my ice levels real quick. I'm tempted to go down to the planet and maybe just hit a lake, but let me turn his see what his generator is doing, what Pop's generator is doing. Something is definitely burning my ice, and I'm not sure what it is. What's the oxygen tank doing? It's 100% filled. I don't even know where these are. I can't even remember where they are on the ship. But one of them's incomplete and one of them is access denied, so I'm not even going to worry about it. The guys are still in their cryopods. So I'm going to just keep meandering around here. I'm going to just start moving off in the general direction of Triton over there, which is where we're ultimately going. I could go ahead and just jump there right now, but I want to wait till the guys are on and they're logged on and everything before we do the jump, because they're going to want to be involved in that. Wait till my crew members are out of their cryopods before we do any major jumping. So I'm just going to kind of meander around and scout some of these asteroids and see what we can find. Maybe I'm looking for an asteroid is what I really want. I want to find an asteroid and just fill up one of my large cargoes with ice. Oh, that's a good idea, Stoic Steve. That's a real good idea. I had tried that with the access denied. Of course, I couldn't do that, but I didn't even think to try it with the one that was incomplete. But they're right next to each other. I know they're on this left wing right here somewhere, but they are just buried down in there somewhere. Do me a drive-by right here. Get me another sip of my Kentucky Fire here. Yeah, I grilled up some pork chops a little while ago for me and my boy, and some corn on the cob, and a little bit of pasta to go with it, and now I'm just chilling out. Getting me a little nip here and there. We're just chilling out. Boy, that is a rough looking asteroid right there. Alright, let's head down to this guy right down here. See what's on him. I'm pretty sure I only need one oxygen tank anyway. I don't need two. I certainly don't need three. I think one is fine. You playing on the server tonight, Stoic? I think I saw a comment from you earlier. Somebody, let me see. Thought I saw you commenting a little earlier on the server. Yeah, buddy. What you up to nowadays on there? You got you a whole trade port going, don't you? You basically got a Walmart going on. I pressurize the rest of the ship. I do not pressurize my hangar. I could if I wanted to, but no, I don't pressurize it at this time. Yeah, you're gonna have you a Walmart, a space Walmart set up. I may have to come by there because I got money to spend, man. I got all kinds of money to spend from all these hauling contracts I did. I was doing hauling contracts out to like the Alco station, about 5,700 kilometers out. Let me slow down here. Let's see what I was going to all them deep space stations, man. I was doing some deep space hauling. Making some good money. You know what? Let me check my magnesium. There's magnesium right here. And I do not know how much we have. I may need to get some real quick. We got missiles. 151 missiles. We got plenty of NATO ammunition. There's 315 right there. That's not much. Now we need some. Yeah, we need some magnesium. So while I'm here and I don't have anything else to do, I'm gonna go ahead and get me some. Oh, you got an asteroid? Yeah, I found a bunch of ice. Ooh, there's silver too. Okay, I'm gonna mark this one. I found a bunch of asteroids around the alien planet. I haven't found one around Earth yet. The Earth-like planet. Hey guys, we got to come up with a name for this planet. Okay, I'm tired of calling it the Earth-like planet. We got to come up with a name for this planet. What are we gonna call this? What are we gonna call this planet? I say we call it Eden. Call it Eden, or something like that. The Garden of Eden. Where's this magnesium at? Terra. Terra's good. Yeah, Terra's fine. I think we all need to vote on the server what we want to name this thing. I'll vote for Terra. I'll vote for that. Okay, it's right up in this knob right up here. Let me see if I can find... Oh, you know what? I bet it's in that cave right there. Stop. I'll bet it's up in that cave right there. Okay, I'm going to take Pop's miner out to go get it. Well, I'll tell you what, I better take my miner because my miner can probably get around in that cave a little better than his. We're going to have to expand his drilling so he can get... He doesn't drill enough space for his miner to get through, so... Space engineers, Earth-like SEELP. SEELP. All of us SEELPians. Look, man, don't mess with me. I'm a SEELPian. You don't know what us SEELPians can do, man. Us SEELPians will hurt you, man. I'm almost willing to vote for that one. Woo! Don't mess with us SEELPians. Us SEELPians, man, we don't play. No, it's not in the cave. It is up in the body of the asteroid. So yeah, I'm glad I brought my miner. It's a little deep in there. It's 100 meters into the body of the cave. Just gonna have to take my time. My miner just about needs to have 4 drills on it too. Yeah, the more you say. Don't say it 5 times in a row real fast, huh? You might get in trouble. All right, so we got a Terra recommended. We got SEELP. SEELP has been recommended. Man, I don't know. I don't know if we can sell folks on SEELP or not there, Nyota. Are you a salesman? Because I can't sell shit. If I had to sell something, if my life depended upon me selling something, I wouldn't be able to sell it. I'd be like, you know, here's how I would sell something. I'd be looking at the person and I'd be like, you don't really want to buy this, do you? Yeah, buddy, I couldn't sell anything. My philosophy is if it's worth buying, they'll sell it at Walmart. If somebody's got to sell it, there must be something wrong with it. myself out a little room here. Yeah, if it's something worth selling, it'll be on the shelf at Walmart. And I can just go in there and buy it myself. You don't have to sell it to me. I'll just throw my money at them. Here, take my money. I see you trying to sell. I see you trying to sell on the server chat there, Nyota. Let's see if anybody bites. I really don't need much of this. But while I'm here, I might as well get plenty, right? Let's clear out a little more room here. Yeah, these planets do need names, though. And they need original names. You know, not Triton, for God's sakes. Titan. We already have Titans and Tritons in our solar system. Okay, there's my tunnel I came in on. Let me get on back out of here before I blow up a hydrogen tank or something. I've done that before. Get on board. I'm going to see if we need any silver. Okay. I think this will be enough magnesium to make all the ammunition we could possibly want. Not that I'm going to do any fighting or anything, because the only thing I'm going to do is run. If somebody tries to... The only thing I need guns for is to hold people off long enough for me to get the hell out. The GTFO... My ship here, she's too pretty to fight. She's too pretty. If you hit her, don't hit her in the face now. Just not the face. Oh, I just blew something up. What did I blow up? Doesn't look like it was anything important. Let me get out there and check. I think it was one of my batteries. I had those batteries in a bad place anyway. this magnesium real quick here. Go ahead and put some in the refinery. Yeah, this is all the magnesium I think we're going to need for a long time. Okay, what did I just blow up? Yeah, it was that battery. I got to put those batteries in a better location. Better location. They don't need to be down here by my connector, at least not that front one. I can probably just put them right up under here is where I should have put them. Yeah. Let me go ahead and add that. Make sure nothing else is damaged. Okay, did anything else get damaged? What about my connector? Are you fine? Yeah, what about my cargo? Everything seems to be fine. How are you doing? Okay. Just minor damage. That's right, man. That's the only kind of damage we want anymore. I tell you, man, I'm so nervous. So nervous about this miner. I mean, this is my 4th version of this miner. I don't need nothing exploding around it. That's the last thing I need. The universe does not want me to keep this miner. See how she's jumping right now? Look at that. See? I never can figure out what's causing that. See how she's shaking and quaking? I don't know why. But the universe does not like it. The clang of this universe is out to get me. Okay, now I did also saw some silver, but let me see how much silver we have. We may have plenty of silver. We got plenty of platinum, I know that. We got a lot of silver. Good God, we got 31,000 silver. No, I'm not going to worry about silver. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's take a look at SEELP down there. That's hard to say. SEELP. SEELP. I don't like words that end with that go into a P from a lazy L. SEELP. SEELP. I don't know, Neota. I don't know, man. I don't know if that name's going to work for me or not. That's kind of hard to pull off with my southern drawl. Somebody asked me what my dialect was one time. I think I was in Seattle, and every time I would say something, everybody would turn and stare at me. And my daddy was a Southerner, and my mama was a Yankee. So I always tell them I got a Southern drawl mixed with a Northern nasal whine. So Northern nasal pitch. So I guess that's the best way to explain it. Some words just don't come easy for me, guys. Just don't come easy. Yeah, I had thought that it was because of that large grid ore detector, so I whacked it off one day. And the rotor, and that didn't seem to help. But it may have just been because the damage was already done. I don't know. The first thing I was suspicious of was that large grid ore detector. But I got to have my large grid ore detector. That's a must-have for me. I'm not going to waste my time flying around in a ship with an ore detector that can't do anything better than my handheld drill can. That's just crazy, man. You know what this game needs? It needs the ability for you to gain perks. Kind of like Fallout 4, you know. Like, let's say I'm going to this asteroid and I'm exploring this asteroid and I discover a crate just on this random asteroid here, and in this crate it's got some kind of GPS mission or something for me to do. And when I complete that mission, I get, you know, a 5% increase in my ore detector range. You know, just some random little bitty incremental things like that you can just occasionally get to just make things a little better and a little more efficient for some of your systems. You know, I think that'd be kind of cool. It would make me want to go, you know, investigate some asteroids, you know. If I see a cave or something, I might want to go in there, because who knows what I might find. I might find a perk. Oh, that was just server lag. Never mind. Yeah, we're leaving a lot of GPS markers behind us. Moving out into the great unknown over here. Pop-Up and Thomas are still in their cryopods. When they finally wake up, we're going to be way out in deep space at the rate we're going. Yeah, I can agree with that too. You know, associate it with some kind of mission or some kind of accomplishment, you know, that would unlock some certain kind of a component that you could build that would make your ore detector, you know, just a little bit better. What is that right there? Wow, that's magnesium. Okay. Make your ore detector a little bit better, but you know, you've got to accomplish something, whether it's you know, some kind of random type mission of some sort, um, some way of improving. You know, maybe you're improve the strength of your armor on your spacesuit so you don't just get one-shotted quite as easy if you're ever in a fight, you know. While I'm heading toward this thing, let me turn off a few of these GPS markers behind me. 'Cause I'm not heading back that way. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore, or that. I don't need either one of them. Don't need that. Don't need that. I've got one Triton GPS. So Triton is about 2,400 kilometers away. I hate to jump without the guys. I really kind of want to wait for them. I wonder if I want to just go do an economy mission. I think I might do an economy mission. Hey, Steve, do you have a I wonder if he's got any. Steve, do you have some GPS to a base that's in the Earth orbit or on the Earth surface? I think I might want to do a couple of economy missions. Silicon. Got to build a mech for that. I don't know. We've got a contract kiosk back at our base, but I don't think he's got any contracts in there. Got you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. I will head that way. Yeah, I will head that way. Thank you. Looks like it's on the other side of the planet. Gonna do about a 200-kilometer jump out this direction. Yeah. Okay. Jump drive. Oop. Access denied. That's fine. I can use my jump drive too. We set up for blind jump here. Yeah. Jump drive 2. Which one is that? That's going to be number 7. Okay. there we go. Yeah, that's near the moon, isn't it? We haven't even been on this side of the planet since I've been at Earth orbit. See, there we are. We're calling this planet Earth. It's supposed to be Terra, right? Or SEELP. Slow down, do a blind jump. Almost ready. Oh, I didn't expect to jump past it. Thought I was jumping short of it. I must not have read my tiny little numbers on my hotbar correctly. Sometimes I have a hard time reading them numbers. Let me just go to it. What am I out of here? What's wrong with me? Guess I better close my helmet, huh? I don't know how I managed to do that. Okay. Check my jump drive too. Yeah, I'll just do 60 kilometers here. I overjumped. Oh, is it in gravity? Well, fine then. See if I can jump off this direction. Yeah. We'll come in from above it then. Jumping past it. How do I keep... Fine. Somehow or another I jumped 100 kilometers when I was only supposed to be blind jumping for 60 kilometers. Yeah, I can always go to the moon. Yeah, I haven't been to the moon in a long time. Need to head back to the moon. Ain't nobody gonna shoot missiles at me if I go to the moon, are they? Yeah, I gotta just do it to the GPS. Apparently those blind jumps aren't as accurate as I thought they were. That's fine, I ain't in a hurry. Moon's pretty safe. I don't know, man. I heard about somebody that had some safe zone set up, shooting missiles at everybody. Nah, I know it's probably cool. Who is IGMA again? I can't remember who that is. IGMA, who is that? Intergalactic manufacturers. Oh, they ought to have some good stuff. Intergalactic manufacturers. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to them. Maybe they got some ships for sale. Not that I probably don't even have the PCU to buy a ship. Here we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. Stick my head in here. Guess I'll go ahead and connect. It's not gonna steal my ice, is it? Don't you steal my ice now. Don't you steal my hydrogens. Don't you steal my hydrogen if I connect to you. Don't you drain my batteries. You're not gonna drain my batteries, are you? Yeah, what I do, Steve, is I use my hotbar, which since I've rebuilt this thing, let me double check. I never use that P key. Let me double check yeah, okay, here they go. Yeah, I've lost them. I need to come on back, server. Come on back. Come on back for me now. Make sure all my connectors are properly named. It's my top connector. What are you? Which one are you right there? Which one are you? Are you not showing on HUD? I know I told you to show on HUD. Sure ain't showing on HUD, is it? Fine. Fine. You know what that means? I'm just gonna find out real quick exactly which one you are. Because I need to go ahead and get these guys named. Find out real quick exactly which one you are. I wonder why it's not showing on HUD like it's supposed to. Yeah, I don't have my yeah, my ship is not pressurized, and I know why. It's mainly not pressurized because I've still got a lot of these ion thrusters that are up against the body of the ship that need to be finished. Which one are you? You are connector 5, okay. And now you're the horsefly nose connector. Come on. Which one are you? Horsefly top connector. Okay. All right. Come on. Okay, I want the front one to be my nose connector. Switch lock. I want this one to be, the second one to be the top connector. Switch lock. And not that I'll ever really use it, but I at least want it on my hotbar, would be the hanger connector. Okay. Now then, I think I'm ready. Come on now, connect for me. never had a problem connecting before. That's okay. You know what I'm going to do, just to be safe? I don't want these guys anywhere near each other. Where I can accidentally push one when I meant to push the other one. Because that's just exactly what I almost did. Why can I not connect to this base? That is annoying me. Am I not I am perfectly lined up with it. Okay, well, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Well, I'll tell you what, since I can't connect, why don't I just set my ramp down where all I have to do is walk off then? Yeah. It's definitely trying to grab me. Where's the door to this place? I'm fixing this. Where's the front door? I'm fixing to plop my ramp down on the front door of this place. Where's the front door at? I want to give you a nuzzle. I want to cuddle. Okay, my oxygen is low. I need to go fill my bottle real quick. I'm sitting here in my control seat about to die. Okay. All right. Where's the front door to this place? Is it over here? I hadn't seen the door yet. I'm gonna plant my ramp right in front of the door. Because I can't be bothered flying around with my jetpack. Is that it right down there? Is that where you are? Is this the door? Ah, I see a door. I don't want to rub Pop's ship off. I got to be careful here. I got to be careful. I don't want to mess his ship up. there. Let me go check on something. Make sure I didn't mess up. Woo, yeah. I thought I had clicked the unlock on that by accident. Scared myself. Scared myself for a second there. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's go in here and see what they got. Oh, I almost made that jump. Alright, let's see what's going on in here. Well, I guess I just depressurized the place. What have you got for sale? Ooh, they do have ships. A Blue Ambassador Explorer for 184 million. Man, can I take the tour here? We got a burst fire bomber. I can afford that. We got a cursor. We got a Mark II fighter for almost 2 million. A prospector. A sapper. Ion constructor. Wow. A light scout. I like that. We got a tug ship and a kite miner. Ooh, we got a freighter here for 122 million, guys. Wow. I wonder what that's like. I wonder what the freighter is. What's a cursor? A Blue Ambassador Explorer. An aggressive miner. Wow. Nice. We got a turtle miner, a TT-15 freighter, a T-ion fade, and a starter ship Mark I. Now that's cool. Oh, okay, I can hover over it and see a little more of it. These ships come from the early days of widespread space pioneering. They are slow, they lack life support, but they come with advanced production capabilities. Well, they better not be too slow because they're 50 million credits. What's the red cruiser? Fast space cruising vessel with jump capability. Features living area, small loading bay, rear landing deck, 2 Gatling turrets, reinforced bow, multiple mount points. Ha! I like freighters. A turtle miner. Rear connector for... What's the prospector? What's that look like? Its gas generators can quickly turn ice into fuel, while the basic refineries, and we got a fighter here. Old but reliable. You know what? I'm gonna buy this elite welder. It was not up to date. Okay, did I buy that? Got a data pad here. I'll buy a data pad. Now, did those go in my inventory? We got a CLCO station. Wonder where that is. Yeah, let's create a GPS marker for that. Okay, we'll give this guy here. Looks like I got a couple of more too. Let's give these guys, I usually give my space stations a pinkish color. IGMA station. Okay. What else have we got in the store here? I wanted to look at the Blue Ambassador. Okay, it's an interplanetary exploration vessel with jump capability and high acceleration. It's got a living area and a crew quarter and a medical room. I wonder if their medical room looks better than my medical room. Burst fire bomber. Cursor. Huh. Man, that CLCO station is 25,000 kilometers out. Wow. IGMA. I tell you what, I want to mark this guy as having ships because we may want to come back here. I bet the guys would love this. What's the name of this station again? IGMA. IGMA Earth Orbit. Okay. Yeah, they have ships for sale. Definitely want to make note of that. Let's go see what they have for contracts. Contracts down here? No, I don't think so. Where are your contracts? Here we go. Oh, we got a hauling contract. It's only 101 kilometers. 25 minutes. That would be pretty easy. I don't like this. Who's in trouble? Roman dude. What'd you do, Roman? What'd you do, Roman dude? He's offline right now. Huh. Acquisition contract for canvas. Get 80,000 credits for some canvas. Wow. Repair contract. Repair contracts are kind of hard. You have to have a welding ship to do these. I've tried to do the repair contracts by hand, and even though you weld something completely up, it doesn't actually complete. The only way to complete it is with a welding ship. That can be a little complicated. Got a hauling contract here for 5,700 kilometers. We can get 1 million for that. That's pretty interesting. Oh, they want some nickel ore? Oh, I got plenty of nickel ore. 230. I can fulfill that right now. That's why I wanted to connect my ship. Oh, I don't have ore though. I have that's already been refined, so that's not going to work. Acquisition contract 681 computers. Huh. I could make those. $28 oxygen bottles. Ooh, escort contracts are kind of fun. But I don't want to get my ship shot up. It's already been damaged. I could do a hauler. I could haul. It's only 101 kilometers. 102 kilometers. I bet you that's to the moon. Alright, I'll accept that. We'll do that. Alright. Is that already in my GPS? Yeah, deliver package here. Okay. Yeah, show on HUD. And I want that to be, well, I can't change the color. Okay. Where's the deliver package here? Okay, it's off that direction. This reminds me of that movie Airplane. Where the airplane come crashing through the terminal. Well, they wouldn't let me dock, so dang it. I just figured I'd just nestle my nose up in here. I bet you let me dock next time, don't you? Okay, we can deliver this package here. We got 45 minutes to deliver it. It's got to be the moon. I bet you it's the moon. Is it the moon? Yep, it's the moon. Somewhere near the moon, anyway. All right. Can't get much easier than this. I'll just jump there. Easy money. Alco Station, okay. Alco Station Earth. Oh, server's about to restart. Let me get on in here and see if I can connect. Come on, server. Come on now. Let me see if I can get in here and connect. Get connected. Connect this time. Oh yeah, back up, back up, back up. Is my rear end sticking out of the Come on now. It's just not going to let me connect, is it? It's not going to let me connect. All right, that's fine. Do that every time. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Server's fixing to restart. Let me see if I've got time to get in here and turn this in before the server restarts and get back in my cryopod. Where's the door at? Where's the front door? Front door, where are you? Front door, I'm looking for you. I can't ever find the door on these things. Am I upside down? Yeah, I'm upside down. That's why I can't find it. Okay. Okay. Turn in. Turn it in right here. Accepted contracts. Hauling contract. Finish. 75,000 simoleons. Easy as pie. Okay, let me get back in my cryopod. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? I'm upside down over here. I'm wrong side up. That might be why it didn't let me dock. Maybe you got to come in the right side up to dock. Who knows? Well, we got 1 minute. I got 1 minute to get my cryopod. All right. Okay. While this thing restarts, I'm going to refresh my Jim Beam Kentucky Fire here. You get everybody go get you a bag of popcorn or a snack, and I'll be back on here in just about 5 or so minutes. Give this server a chance to restart. I'll be right back. right, Neota, you calling it a night, man? I think I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a night too. I need to go ahead and get my little boy, get his bath finished up and make sure he get his homework done and start getting him ready for bed. We cooked out just a little while ago before I started streaming and had a bunch of stuff to eat. So he's had a big night tonight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably just leave my ship docked at this space station. And I think it'll be all right. Hey, Steve, if you're still on here, will my ship be okay at that space station? It's right in the moon orbit. I was just going to leave it docked there. I'm figuring it should be fine. And I'm fixing to sign on off. I don't want to leave it there if it's going to despawn or something. I don't know if it's safe to leave a ship at a space station or not. Just kind of wondering if it's safe for me to leave it there. I may need to just go ahead and GTFO out of there and just go hide on an asteroid somewhere. Might be the best thing to do. And then I'll call it a night. Still docked here. I'm really tempted to leave it here. It can't be pushed off or anything because it's tied into that connector. Yeah, I can't. It's not going to come off. It's not going anywhere. It should be safe here. Oh my God. If I log off and this ship is gone, when we log back in tomorrow, the guys are going to kill me. But it's a chance I'm going to have to take because I'm this close to the moon and Earth. Let's see, we're right in the orbit of the moon. Yeah, there's probably no safer place for us around here than at this station. I'm going to take a chance and leave it here. I hope nobody can come along and push me off this connector. Let me check real quick and make sure my tanks aren't being emptied or anything like that. Yeah, they're 90% filled. Um, I'm gonna put them on stockpile. I'm gonna lock all the doors. I don't want anybody coming in through the doors. It's only people in my faction can come in the doors. Faction, faction, faction. Yeah, faction. Okay, we should be safe. We should be safe here. Okay, I'm going to turn off the gyroscopes, turn off the gravity, turn off the ore detector. The H2O2 generators are already off. The lights, the exterior lights are off. Okay. All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me. We just had a little chill night. I'm fixing to go hang out with my little boy for a little bit before he goes to bed and gets his bath. He's got school tomorrow. But I always have a lot of fun hanging out with doing space engineers, and I'll probably see you guys again tomorrow, okay, everybody? Let me go get my cryopod and we'll call it a night.